Hello dear viewers, I'm Sudekan. Welcome you to watch Branding Bangladesh. Branding Bangladesh is a kind of show where we talk about different issues, especially how Bangladesh is emerging over past few years, which we ask our valuable guests, as well as we talk about the bilateral issues with the countries. So today I have invited a very distinguished guest, Ambassador of Nepal, former Minister of Nepal, former Parliamentarian of Nepal, His Excellency Dr. Banshidhar. Hello, Ambassador, how are you?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you very much. How are you?
I'm doing
Greetings from Nepal, the Himalayan country.
Thank you very much. So, Excellency, here you were in for about 2 months, not that much of time.
Right.
So, I know that you have been in different position in your lifetime. You were a doctor by medical profession, as well as you were minister, you were parliamentarian, and so many important role you have to play in your life. So, if you could say something about your stay here in Bangladesh.
Thank you very much. I am here to serve both Nepal and Bangladesh as Ambassador of Nepal for People's Republic of Bangladesh. And I have been appointed, as you said, just 2 months before. I had my credential presented to Honorable President on 30th September.
Yeah.
And I am very fortunate to have to be here, and having known that Bangladesh and Nepal are very close friends.
Absolutely, it is.
Since the liberation of Bangladesh, since it became a country, we are having very, very, very close relations, very good, friendly, our relations are
absolutely
still continuing. And what I wish that we need to take it at height. We need to heighten it, to strengthen the people-to-people relation of Bangladesh.
It's very important. Yes, it is.
So I am having very, very goodwill and very noble, very kind hearted. I am here and wishing to have more closer relations with Bangladesh and Nepal.
Thank you so much, Excellency. As you know, the program name is Branding Bangladesh.
Sure.
So, Branding Bangladesh or Branding Nepal or something like that, how it is important in today's world, the branding Bangladesh or branding a country?
Yeah, this sounds also very good. Branding Bangladesh is really a very pertinent, very relevant issue, you can say, very relevant subject and very relevant matter today, because really Bangladesh, who experienced a lot of troubles since its liberation,
correct,
and suffered a lot, struggled for the livelihood of the people, struggled for the development, and making herself lifting up and up with all the struggles, and now a rising star in the world's nation, you can say, because Bangladesh is achieving its goal by reducing poverty and coming to the living back the least developed country status,
correct,
and coming to the high income,
middle income country,
middle income group of the countries,
correct,
and having its goal to reach as developed nation in 2041 by 2041.
Correct.
So branding Bangladesh is a necessary matter of today. So this is talk of the time. This is matter of the time today. So I thank you very much for inviting me to talk something about branding Bangladesh.
Thank you, Dr. Banshidhar, because we know that we are enjoying an extremely wonderful relation between Nepal and Bangladesh.
True.
And if you could say something about the diplomatic relation between Nepal and Bangladesh.
Now, we are very fortunate to be very close to Bangladesh, and also I feel proud to notice that in the Bangladesh Liberation War, Nepalese people, although they were politically, the political parties were banned, they were under then King's autocratic regime. Still on the people level, they came, few in the numbers, but they came to fight with the Bangladeshi liberation people, Mukti Bahini, to have the liberation actually, and emotionally, sentimentally, wholeheartedly, they were for the Bangladeshi people to be liberated actually. So I feel closeness, feel very together feelings like the similar feelings for that. And then we were to see actually the Bangladesh liberated, and we were 7th to give the recognition. And also we were very fortunate to have our bilateral relations just after the liberation in 1972, because it was in December, as you know. And so in 1972 January, we are having our bilateral relations being established. So we are one of the oldest friends, we can say.
Absolutely, it is.
And since then, we are having diplomatic relations, and after a few years, we are having residential embassy here in Nepal, here in Bangladesh, Dhaka from Nepal, and resident ambassadors are in both the countries. So we are enjoying all the bilateral relations. And not only that, we are having bilateral mechanisms also, minister level, foreign minister level mechanism, foreign secretary level mechanism, technical working group level of the mechanism to strengthen our relations, to have our bilateral relations in the field of commerce, in the field of trade, in the field of other mutual cooperation. So we are enjoying many such activities of mutual cooperation, and looking forward to be more and more closer, to have more and more cooperation, and practically saying we need more people to people interaction and traveling to each other. Though we are very close, our traveling number are very less. Bangladesh being having 170 million people. And Nepal, of course, 30 million. But you know, traveling number per year is very less. From Bangladesh, it's hardly 25-26,000, and from Nepal even less than that. So we need to have more frequent visits, more frequent relations. That's the matter.
Thank you, Excellency. With this note, we'd like to take a short break. Dear viewers, we'd like to take a short break. Coming back soon. Please stay with us. Hello viewers, again you welcome to watch Branding Bangladesh. We are talking to the Ambassador of Nepal, His Excellency Dr. Banshidhar. Yes, Excellency, we are talking about our bilateral relations, especially our diplomatic relations. As you know that we both the countries are SAARC state. So, and the Secretariat is in Nepal, Kathmandu. So if you could say something about the SAARC, you know, how much it could have been successful, or you know. SAARC was initiated with great enthusiasm, and at many levels, SAARC has worked a lot and made people of the South Asian countries closer than before, and also are having cooperation in many fields. SAARC agriculture field, SAARC you know, technical field, SAARC education field also, and of course in the political field also. But unfortunately, since few years, SAARC has become politically less active, because Congress, the conference that had to be held regularly, it has been postponed due to, as you know, the relations of few countries. Mutual relations are not so good. And we need to have that relation be better by dialogue, so that SAARC could become more active again. So on political level, we are waiting the time become comfortable, Yeah.
after the bilateral talks between India and Pakistan to normalize their relations, so that Nepal would hand over its chairmanship. Now Nepal is the chair since last 3 years.
Yeah.
And to hand over to the country in which the conference has to be held.
Correct.
So politically a bit SAARC seems to be in a setback, but in other fields, other areas, as you can see, just yesterday, SAARC games, so South Asian games we say SAG. So SAG has initiated, it has been inaugurated in Kathmandu, Nepal, and about 8,000 players and others officials from all SAARC countries are there together, and this is also a good having a good feeling of togetherness, closeness, and that is happening there. So SAARC is in many fields active, it's relevant, but politically its political movement has been a bit a bit
I agree with you.
derailed, you can say.
If you follow the model of EU, European Union, you could see that how fantastically it's functioning.
Really, European Union and others were functioning, are functioning very good way, and that was what SAARC has to reach actually to have a very good relations and mutual prosperity.
Absolutely,
together, being prosperous South Asia together.
Yes, it
and
is,
that will invalid the border, political border. Because we are the people similar, having similar
we can
culture.
start indifferent currency also.
And of course, so we can have one common currency even, and common border, common aspirations, common enjoyment, and common many things. So that is a way of developing together. That is gaining prosperity together, alleviating our poverty together, and helping each other in the issues they are having.
So true.
So what this should be the dream of SAARC actually.
Absolutely.
And let's hope that we will achieve it in some time after solving all the issues by the cordial bilateral dialogue. There is nothing that cannot be solved actually. So I believe that in near future we will be able to solve our issues and make active the SAARC in many ways.
Thank you, Excellency. The next question is, as you know, the trade diplomacy or the economic diplomacy is a very important diplomacy in the world. So if you could say something, the trade diplomacy between Nepal and Bangladesh.
Yes, of course. This is, as you said, very important, pertinent issue, and this also connects. This also makes the practical relations between each other. And what I said as a dream of development, that mutual development, mutual cooperation, that should be emphasized in the field of trade also. So trade is very important.
Absolutely.
And there is a lot of potentials between Nepal and Bangladesh for trade. I can, before mentioning the names, I would say that it's a bit in our South Asian countries.
Correct.
It's something, some weakness part, some weak part is that we don't see the closest friends, the close friends, and we see some other friends important, like Western developed countries, and we go for sometimes to have more relations to them.
Neighbor is very important.
Neighbor, yes, is very important. So after, for Nepal,
from geopolitical point of view,
with geopolitical point of view also, for Nepal actually, Bangladesh is very close neighbor. For Bangladesh, the same. Nepal, although Nepal is directly joined, connected with the two big countries, China and India. So we are have to have a bigger amount of the volume of trade and other things with those both countries. But after that, we should have, at least after India, after China, we should have the third major relations in business also with Bangladesh. That is not the case. That's unlucky part. So we have to have that. And there are a lot of potentials.
Absolutely.
A lot of potentials, possibilities with Nepal and Bangladesh having their trade.
I'll ask you another question. Our Honorable President paid a visit to Nepal.
True.
So I'll ask you this question, but before that, we'd like to take a short break.
Yes.
Yeah. Dear viewers, we are going to take a short break. Coming back soon. Please stay with us. Viewers, you're watching Branding Bangladesh. We are talking to the Ambassador of Nepal, His Excellency Dr. Banshidhar. Yes, Dr. Banshidhar, I told you that I will be asking you about a very important question. That our Honorable President, Honorable Abdul Hamid, they paid a visit to Nepal. So it's a different dimension being opened. So if you could respond about this question.
Sure. Yes. This was a very important
historic visit
historic visit of Honorable President of Bangladesh to Nepal after 37 years. Any president from Bangladesh visited Nepal, and bilateral by the for the visit purpose. This might be the first one, because other presidents went for other purposes.
Yes.
With the establishing SAARC like things, other organizations. So, so this was a very historic, very important and very good. It was said that this is goodwill state visit. So, this was a real goodwill visit, and Nepal gave a tremendous importance. Our Honorable President of Bangladesh was welcomed on the airport by Honorable President Vidya Bhandari, and given 21 top salami on the airport ground, and given guard of honor from there. He was received very warmly. Lot of cultural programs were given were there. Besides his welcome ceremony, and then we were very fortunate to make him visit to Pokhara and other places, cultural city of Bhaktapur, and many other places also. There were Prime Minister of Nepal called on, and other former Prime Ministers, political parties, chairmans, foreign ministers, they all called on to the Honorable President, and there were very good and very fruitful talks between them, and also President of Nepal, in honor of our Honorable President of Bangladesh, hosted a banquet in the night with all the cultural programs. So it was wonderful. And Nepal and Bangladesh relations became, went in a height with this visit.
Newer heights.
Newer height. It gained a newer height. It gained.
Correct.
Yes.
And
this
greatly value.
And the environment to flourish, to have the relations going up, has become very conducive, very good here.
Absolutely.
So now we want to work after this visit.
We have to. We have to, because we also know that Nepal is a tourist-based country, you know, and you respect tourists next to God.
Really?
We know.
Really,
So the tourism cooperation between Nepal and Bangladesh could be a different arena, or you know.
Yeah, of course. This is a very pertinent issue, pertinent subject, because tourism, Nepal, as you know, it's naturally so diverse, geographically also, and having beautiful mountains, the Himalayan region, all the highest peaks of the world mostly are in Nepal, including the highest Mount Everest, and that is named Bangladesh-Nepal Friendship Peak. So in Himalaya region there is a peak that is called Bangladesh-Nepal Friendship Peak.
We're proud of it, Excellency.
So, so the tourism with this mountain exhibition is one thing. Another, all the areas of tourism are very open, being so close with Bangladesh, even with the land. A lot of touristic places, the natural diversities, the lakes, and Pokhara, adventure tourism are there, the jungle safari in the Tarai terrain of Nepal. And also the thing is that it's very cheaper, affordable, in affordable price, Bangladeshi middle class people can go there and have, because for accommodation there is very good home hospitality also. You can stay in a home of the people, and they will respect you, they will give comfortable stay there with the local foods and other things. So there are many areas that can be one. Another very good thing is that even in Bangladesh there are a few number of you can say in comparison of the Bangladesh population Buddhists, but they asked for a shrine for a place in Lumbini, the birthplace of Lord Buddha in Nepal, as you know, and they were awarded. They were given the land, and now Bangladesh is constructing their shrine for the Bangladesh Buddhist people. So in many ways we are related actually.
True.
And one thing I want to make clear, that in Nepal there are 50 airports, and Kathmandu airport has been upgraded. It's up to now it's only international airport there in Nepal, and two other international airports, one in Pokhara, one in near Lumbini, Bhairava. It's just being constructed, and it is going to finish in few months, 3-4 months. So there are a lot of airports and other communication channels also. The communication way, means of transportation, buses and tourist safaris, and they can take anywhere.
Thank you so much, Excellency. We could have discussed so many issues, but within this short split of time, we have discussed so many issues. Maybe in next show, we'll cover so many other issues.
Thank you very much for inviting me in this great show, Branding Bangladesh. And really, I wish Bangladesh-Nepal friendship go ahead. Long live our friendship. And people-to-people relations also.
Thank you so much.
Very much.
Thank you so much. Hello, dear viewers. We have talked to the Ambassador of Nepal, Dr. Banshidhar. He's a career politician. He was a minister. He was a parliamentarian. And now he's a senior diplomat. He is posted to Bangladesh as Ambassador of Nepal. And he has highlighted so many issues which Nepal and Bangladesh, we have a very great, strong relationship. So thank you so much for watching this show. We welcome to watch our next show. Thank you so much for watching.